You know I don't want to push too hard. All this place is mine. I lift a finger, they feel it on the other side of the room, so the symphony, if you will, the symphony is just a little bit of finger here, a little bit of finger here, and then to watch the dominoes proliferate the room. Again, there's not any advantage to acting like a big shot. I don't endorse humility, as I believe that is the prerogative of cowards, a virtue that they signal to embellish their weakness. They can do what they want. I'm just here. A conductor, you know? So, on the surface of things, the surface of things is very important. I run a casino. People are playing cards and slot machines. All sorts of trickery, really. Like I said, that's on the surface. And I've got an entire assortment of staff. Make sure everything runs according to plan. People come up to me, they want to conduct business. I just, first of all, I show them the body language. Just go like this. At first, I get a sense for how they can deal with resistance. If they can't deal with resistance, they can't be my business partner. Because I'm on the move. I evolve, I'm dynamic. This is just the beginning of something truly magnificent. So what this operation really involves is scoping out the human potential. Now, I have a sense for the aptitude of my employees, so most, if not all of them, are simply going to stay at their plateau. It's the people who come through the front door that interest me, from all over the world. And I watch them. I even watch them before they get into the casino. If I know they're coming, if they've booked a room, private suite, with the amenities, I'm tracking them. From that moment onward, I have an operation. When it's more like an orchestra. It's a symphony that I want to play. So, naturally, when people walk through the front doors of the casino, I already know a good bit about them. They may have heard a thing or two about me. Apparently, I'm a little bit of a legend. I don't much care, except if people approach me with respect. I enjoy that. It makes things a lot easier for me. I don't need reality to be chaotic, as long as I can keep it contained. It can be frothy, but I need to keep it contained. The greatest challenge are the billionaires who walk through the front doors, because they're territorial, You don't get to be a billionaire in this world unless you're territorial, unless you're alpha. So that alpha walks through the doors into my territory where I am alpha. This is where the symphony begins. The symphony that I like, the crescendo of the best symphony. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Welcome. Welcome to my casino. Now, I don't just say welcome to the X. I say welcome to my casino. Immediately, the alpha male is establishing his sovereignty and his dominance on his own territory. And so then I get to see how this billionaire alpha responds to me. Thank you. Thank you for having me. That's nice. That is definitely a sweet prelude to a delicious symphony. Because he's being respectful. He's not being sycophantic. He's not deferring to my power. He's acknowledging my power. Now that's a man I might be able to work with and orchestrate something sublime. If he's got that look in his eye, half devilish look, half angelic look, then I'm especially intrigued and I might invite him over to the bar for a complimentary martini, of course. He doesn't pay for anything. A few olives, wonderful vodka, everything's top shelf. And we sit there and we talk. And first I have my own little prelude, which is to thank him for arriving at my casino. Ask him how he's doing, was his flight, how's his business, how's his family. But great, thank you for asking. And at this point, with that degree of congeniality and formality, my chess moves and his chess moves are in perfect synchronization. Totally synchronized at that point, like tandem swimmers. And I know this is a symphony that I'm going to enjoy. It's like Mozart already. Nice suit you have there, sir. I sprinkled on the sir at the end. Now that is going to tell me a lot. How he responds to that sir. Does he take it as an invitation to become supercilious toward me, raise his eyebrow a touch, and take one of my pieces? Does he feel awkward that I would be saying sir, and therefore he gets a little squirmish and downplays his power? Not advisable. Or does he match me? But not obviously. He doesn't repeat the word sir. No. What does he do? He simply says, "You're very kind. Thank you." Gives nothing away. If I didn't know better, I'd think this was my twin. He's matching me stroke for stroke. Master strokes. He might be kin. He might be a fellow traveler, a soulmate, because he does not allow anything to diminish. But he doesn't aggrandize the moment by overreacting in the smallest sense, but overreacting still. No, he matches me. Now why does he match me? So now I'm almost on the defensive. I'm like, wow, this guy's got game. And I'm starting to think, is he my match? Now I don't want to keep him too long. He's here to gamble. At the same time, if I make the discourse delectable enough, this will be his game for the evening. This is an extraordinary casino. People talk so highly of you. I'm happy I'm here. How long have you been in operation? It's perfection. Do you see that's perfection? Because this is a man of so much power, being so kind. "10 years. 10 years. This is a kingdom. You should be proud of yourself." Well, at this point, I'm going past the threshold. I'm not accustomed to this. Not at all. I'm thinking I want to be a business partner with this billionaire, and now I'm wanting something from him. But I can't show him that, because he's matched me tit for tat. If I give him anything, he'll start to disrespect me. Not overtly, of course. Subtly. Granularly. You know, I spent a little time at a beach before I came today. I was enjoying the waves crashing on the shore, and you know how that is. You get sand on your feet, and you wash them off in the water, but it doesn't mean anything because they're just going to continue to be sandy. You know what I mean? I'm totally nonplussed by this man. Why is he talking about the beach? I look at him and just nod my head. Yes, I do. I do know what you mean. I hadn't thought about it that way. And what I'm doing there, acknowledging him, but also saying, you know, I didn't really look at it that way. That could mean that I didn't have the sophistication to take that contemplative route. Or I could just be complimenting him for his insight. Could be making small talk with none of these overtones. Yes. It's kind of like coming in here to the casino. Bringing money, losing money. Walking in the sand, getting sandy, getting clean, if you know what I mean. I do. It reminds me of a Zen koan. Yes, it does, doesn't it? It's very similar. It is a Zen koan when you put the beach and the casino in the same sentence. What's it like for you here to be the executive officer? I don't know your title. I'm the owner. What's it like for you being the owner? You must bring in billions. Pretty close, yes. Just over $1 billion. That's impressive. Thank you. That's a compliment coming from you, considering your stature in the world. Yes, thank you. You know, there's a lot going on here that doesn't exactly meet the eye, but you can feel it, especially if you're attuned to the subtler aspects of reality. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever looked out across your casino and just noticed the different flavors of energy? It's like the different aromas in a kitchen, or the scents on the beach coming in the air from the crashing waves. Have you ever noticed? You are having to read hundreds of people a minute. I am. Absolutely I am. It's refreshing that you would notice. Oh, of course I noticed. You noticed you reading me 100 times a second. The moment you laid eyes on me walking through the front doors. And this is it. This is the Mozart moment. This is why I have a casino. This is why everything is the way it is. So this gentleman, this billionaire, could walk through the front doors and talk to me like this. The money is almost simply a vehicle just to get me here, just to get me now with this man who says it like that. You see how he carried himself up into that moment where he told me the truth. Yes. Absolutely. I'm so happy that you noticed that. I have to do that with everybody here all the time. It's really my greatest joy. It's like reading a book, if you know what I mean. Reading a book, and so much meaning is just wafting off the pages. Your mind is filling with all this meaning. Taken into worlds, whole spheres of reality. And when someone like yourself walks through that door and sees me seeing you, and you know that I know that you know that we know, there's nothing like it. It's just, have another drink. Have another drink. Yes. You're absolutely right. Yes. All of what you say is true. I wonder if I'll play any. I really came here to just meet you. You did. Absolutely. How? Why? How did you know that I would be someone that you'd want to meet? Well, I do a lot of research, or I have a team of researchers, and they know what I want. I want to have interactions such as this with people who have that simpatico. People who can roll with me moment to moment to moment through all the facets of reality, the fractals of consciousness. This is what this is. It's a fractalization of nuance. And you're reading it moment to moment. And you and me both know that You're the conductor here. And you're conducting our conversation as I'm conducting our conversation. While you're taking care of all this, and I'm taking care of everything that I'm doing in my business affairs. So naturally, I came here to see if you would like to go into a partnership with me. Yes, I would. What did you have in mind? This. Okay. I see what you mean. This is the miracle of intersubjectivity. Two souls dancing with respect and admiration, and an endless horizon before them where meaning can be generated ad infinitum. This can be monetized. Yes. Being the conductor of the symphony of reality can be monetized. It certainly can. You and me do this naturally. We recognize one another instantly. You were seeing if I playing games with you. I could see that you were not going to play games with me. But you were going to interact with me authentically. No hijacking, no maneuvering, no manipulation. Pure transparency. And yet that is the sublime, when human beings can interact like that, without any ulterior motives. You have your objective, I have my objective. Objectives. But that doesn't mean we have to pull one over. No, it doesn't. And I do think that you have an expertise, because you are living this in the field of your casino. I am. So I have this vision, but you have this knowledge. You have the technique. You have the flesh. I have the skeleton. You have the organs, I have the brain. Together we have the heart. I need your expertise on the ground, where the rubber hits the road. I can finance the entire project. I can guide it. But what I would like to propose is that the people here be the participants. I can finance this, and only superficially will you be losing money, but I will take care of that. What I'd like to do is offer these people an opportunity. You and I both know, of course, that 99% of them are going to be losing money, and 100% of them are going to lose it if they continue here. They have a compulsion, an addiction. It's understandable. I'm not judging it. But we can create a new option for them. I'm all ears. Tell me. Well, we can give them an opportunity to make their money back if they participate in our experiments. Our experiments. Our experiments? Yes. What kind of experiments? Let's just experiments of consciousness. Nothing physical per se, or physical at all. when they're finished losing their money, as they will, we give them a special opportunity to regain the money by participating in this miracle that you and I know naturally. The more people that they can conduct the miracle with naturally, the more money they will get returned to them. So if they do it with one person, they'll get a certain amount of their money back. If they do it with 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, more and more money back. And each person is doing that with multiple persons. So what happens is they enter the casino with a compulsion. They leave the casino with a miracle. Just like you're doing now. You are a master. It's kind of you to say, but you are a master. You are a master. I can see it so clearly. You know, there's pseudo-philanthropy in the world. These billionaires find a way to recycle their billions and diffract it through so many causes that actually supports their political ideology, and they want to shape reality so as to favor themselves and their family and their friends in perpetuity. I'm not like that. I'm an outsider to that class. What I truly want for humanity is for them to experience the miracle that you and I know organically. So the money that I've made can recoup your losses, and that money will continue to come as long as I continue to be the chairman CEO of my business. But we're improving reality here. We're taking people where they're at. There's an unhealthy collectivism in this world that spawns decadence in individual humans, that ruins their bodies, ruins their minds, ruins their hearts, ruins their souls. They come in here, they want to win the lottery. They get their cheap thrills, they get their cheap high, they have their adventure. And when I say cheap, I do not mean to slight what you're doing here. It's the perfect magnet. It's the perfect honeypot for a soul gone awry. They come in hoping for one thing, and then they get the miracle that they never, ever anticipated. It seems ethical to me. Now, they don't ever really lose. They're simply paying for a service that they don't quite understand, but they will appreciate by the time it's all over. Exactly. And we're improving society. Precisely. And you chose me because you knew that we're the same. I had heard. Again, I didn't know. I just have a team that alerts me to possibilities, and there's a high probability that you were similar. I see that we are on the same page. That even though we have worldly success, that's not the answer for us. Yeah, that's for sure. I thought it was, entering this casino. I thought it was. I thought I was getting everything that I wanted. But then the money started rolling in. I was very wealthy. Everybody admired me. But it doesn't mean anything if I'm not fulfilled by something more. After a while, the adulation, as you probably know yourself, adulation doesn't mean anything because it's coming from people who are hollow. You answer the need in their soul. You fill them with some kind of greatness just by being alive, because they project all this onto you. And then they think that you're the answer, your greatness. And then, but for people like us, we're not sitting around thinking about being great. We do what we do because we need to do what we do. We're answering our needs, but they project all this greatness. And it's hollow. This success has evolved me. Yes. There's nothing like getting $1 billion and realizing it's not actually the answer. You can buy anything that you want. But the miracle? You can't really buy that. You can create optimal conditions for the miracle to occur. But the miracle is up to every single person who walks through this casino. And the miracle is generated through them, just as the miracle is generated through us. This is how we can transform this unhealthy collectivism to healthy collective through which extraordinary individuals can emerge. They've got to have the fertile soil. They come in here confused, addicted, neurotic. They leave with a miracle brimming in their souls, and you and I know that we co-created those conditions for this to emerge. That we get the miracle by helping other people create the miracle for themselves. That's fulfilling, wouldn't you say? I would say that you're a genius. You're kind. Yeah, I'm kind, but I'm speaking the truth. When you walked through those doors, I wondered, is this the one? Is this the one with the miracle who can match my miracle? Of course, I didn't say miracle at the time, but now I know I have the vocabulary. And it was just, more intuitive than anything, more intuitive. But this is a template right here, and this is a paradigm. I don't like to say the new paradigm, but it is a paradigm. It is a miracle unto itself. It surely is. So when would you like to begin? We need to get you another martini. Yeah, get me another martini. Another martini, please. We start now. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the hotel next to this casino. Unless it's already yours. I didn't research. Is it yours? No. No, we just have a special deal with them. Of course you do. I'm going to buy that hotel. And we are going to turn it into something truly special. Truly special. So when these people walk into it and they are despondent because they've lost their money, we're going to create an experience for them where they're rejuvenated. And they're going to start to see that their former compulsion pales in comparison to the miracle that they're starting to experience right when they walk through the doors of the hotel. We're going to cater to them. We're going to make everything exquisite. And then they're going to stand face to face and get to know one another. And when they've been standing for a while, they're going to get a little tired. They're going to sit down. And they're still going to be looking at one another. Their hearts are going to open. Their minds are going to be online. They're going to be radically present. And there's going to be a glow that fills the room. A power that fills the room. Anybody who walks in that room is going to feel it, and we're going to film it. And we're going to share the miracle with the world. And then people are going to start to feel it.